Yeah, I'll be quick. I mean, obviously a tough, typical conference game, down to the wire, between, two teams that wanted to win. Certainly we were coming off, a rough start, to our season and certainly in Atlantic 10 play, a little bit perplexed, as to why we were where we're at. But I thought the guys did a great job of focusing, on the task at hand and staying present, throughout the game. There's some big defense. Obviously, it was a defensive battle. Very low scoring game, possession game. But I thought our guys, did a great job of sticking with it. Easily when you're on the road, you could, have it start to get away from you a little bit. And start of the second half, for instance, start of the game, for instance, and our guys just kind of hung in there, possession by possession, and there were some big shots made and some big stops, more importantly, and I think our guys, took a lot of pride in defending, today. We still weren't perfect, but, coming off of two games where, we felt like, giving up 89 and 84, we beat ourselves on some things defensively. I think our guys, were determined today to not have it be because of that. And I think certainly a great win. Any road win in conference is tremendous, but it was much needed for us.
3-point defense in particular, right? G-Dub and Bonaventure both shot it well from outside. They didn't make a three tonight. What changed in that department?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were just getting out there. I mean, they're more isolations and trying to get downhill on you and post-ups and stuff like that. And so I think our guys just did a nice job. Like Max, did a nice job on Maddox, and he wasn't the only one guarding him at times. He could really knock in shots. We certainly caught him on a good night, in that regard. I can't tell you that it was all due to us. Not going to make every shot. From behind the arc. You're gonna have some nights like that, but they still did enough to have a chance to win, and got to the free throw line, got to the basket as well. But our guys did a nice job contesting.
Michael, Adam Epstein, 910 The Fan. What did you do to stay ready for your opportunity?
I feel like just keep on having like that relationship with coaches, the assistant coaches, keep talking with them, keep practicing hard, keep just trying to key into like our values and like what we want as a team. And I know what I can bring to the team, obviously. And I feel like everyone in the team has seen that. So I'm happy that coach was able to like trust me on this day when we needed defense. And I'm just thankful that I was just ready, and that I feel like I just need to keep staying ready because anything can happen, and obviously today has just proven that your chance will come again and again, but just be ready to just step up and do the things that you're supposed to do.
Max, you hit some big free throws down the stretch there, man. How are you able to consistently keep getting to the line in clutch moments when you guys need points?
Just playing the game, playing basketball, I don't know, just staying aggressive, throughout the whole game. Not really, no matter what no matter what time it is in the game, I try to just stay level-headed. If it's the first minute of the game or the last minute, it's the same game. So I try not to focus on the time that it is on the clock, but just on the game itself until the final buzzer sounds. So yeah, just trying to stay aggressive and staying composed.
Max, on a night where things aren't working for you guys offensively in the second half there, what does it mean for you guys to be able to grind out a win like you did this evening?
It means a lot, especially because our defense hasn't been up to standard in our last couple of games. So that was the main focus coming into this game. So yeah, it means a lot having a grit and grind type of game and winning a game like this, especially away.
Question for coach and the players as well. It's one thing to trust the process, to believe in what you guys are doing. How important is it to see the results like tonight, lead to a victory, the proof of the pudding.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question about that. I mean, once you see, you see yourself winning at the end, and you're able to get it done, that can breed confidence in the next time you're in those situations. And we were down to the wire with GW, and they had the ball with 11 seconds, so it's kind of similar deal. Except for it was, tied at that point. And I thought our guys did a nice job, on that particular possession. The guy just made a shot. Bishop just made a shot. And, this particular game, we had showed our guys a lot of film of times where we didn't do that. All right, we didn't make the other team beat us, with hard things. And I think sometimes just being solid, is best. And I thought our guys, for the most part, were solid tonight. We still made some mistakes that we'll go back and try to correct because, we're only 3 games into the conference season, and we're still beginning to figure out our rotations and who's playing when and who needs to play with whom. And it's unfortunate that that's where we're at, but that is where we're at. And all we can control, is our response to the circumstances that we've been dealt right now. And I think tonight was a good example of our guys, doing that.
Coach, felt like Kwani gave you a lot of good minutes at the center position. How important is it to have positional flexibility like that?
Yeah, it's huge. He certainly did a really nice job out there. It's hard to guard, and I thought his defense was solid, in there. He's a tall guy, and so we do have some flexibility there, like you said.
Hey, what is the game plan on Hall? He's obviously a very talented player, put up a lot of numbers. What was your game plan against him?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I will say is I'm really proud of him. He looks great. We were in the same conference last year, and so we were, we had an up close look at him. He actually had 17 points on us at Utah State, and I think that was one of his first, if not the first game back, after an injury. And he's really gotten in shape. He always could handle the ball and score, and we just wanted to make it hard on him, tonight, as best we could. Not only with the guy that was guarding him, all right, but also others that, were not, and guarding him with 5 as opposed to just 1. And, he certainly, had some great plays out there, and is a tough player.
Any more questions for the players, guys?
One more. Max, this was a great defensive performance against the 3-point shot. I mean, holding Mason 0 for 15. What did you feel like you guys did differently from the last 2 games?
Just being solid, helping each other more on the drives, and then just having an early high hand, and that's about it. Just being more solid, helping each other more, having more stunts, maybe off the ball, and then as I said, just keeping a high hand.
Any more for the players? All right, we'll go ahead and let them go. You guys can get out.
Thank you, fellas.
We can do a couple more.
John, Mike.
Ryan, JNL, some key
Yeah.
plays there down the stretch in that second half. What can you say about his contributions,
He was
particularly
awesome.
defensively?
Yeah, he was awesome. Really proud of him. He's, all of our guys, have been put into a different position, right? And I think I said it last time. We've had 3 different teams we've coached so far this year, and we're only at January 9th. Without Sean, without Joe. Joe comes back, now Sean comes back. Guys were settling into their roles. And, J-Nell was impacted by that. And Zeb was impacted by that. I think he only played 23 minutes against Gardner-Webb. And J-Nell played maybe 25 or something like that. And the last 2 games, J-Nell, played 10 minutes. And, I thought, his focus, his maturity, the day after our GW game was tremendous. He came in with a good mindset and, was all in on how can I help the team, as were all the guys. And, that can go a lot of different ways, right? When your roles change like that and minutes are taken away or whatever. And, his maturity level was huge. And Fats is another one. Like, Fats played a lot of minutes last game. Now he didn't play at all, this game. It's not easy to deal with for these young guys. And so we have to be there for them, but also understand, that, we're trying to do our best here. to begin to get the proper rotations for our guys.
With all the lineup changes and fluctuating in minutes like that, how proud are you of Michael Belle, and how important is this for his development?
Yeah, it's huge. Michael, was kind of going through the typical freshman period, losing some confidence. And even things like in practice where you guys don't even see it, he was losing some confidence. He's the nicest kid I've ever coached, or one of the nicest kids I've ever coached. Like, he was genuinely so happy that Sean is back now, and understanding of, oh, okay, Sean's back. That's probably going to impact me in a negative way in terms of me getting on the court, but his heart was all about Sean. Like, Sean's got one chance, and was dealt a hard deal, with his foot injury, and he's just coming back now. And, Michael knows how good Sean is, and the expectations for a freshman to play big minutes. Like, he didn't come in here with major expectations in his own mind, saying I'm starting or I'm going to play 37 minutes against Iowa State. He wasn't thinking that. It just happened, and he was kind of thrust into that. Tim Duncan was thrust into that at Wake Forest, same way. They weren't planning on him playing. And then all of a sudden he was out there, and he got better. And Michael's very similar to him, not as a player, but as a person, in that he's a sponge. He learns, all right? He's kind of shy at times, when you see him out on the court, but he's tough. And I think you saw some of that toughness tonight and that resiliency. And I was really, proud of the way that he played. He has a big body. He's a long guy, and he really can impact the game on the defensive end and from a ball handling perspective. You saw him dribble it all the way up the court, stop, drop it to Firm for a dunk. He's got that in his game too.
First true road game so late in the season here, you got to be proud of how the guys responded to a hostile environment.
Yeah, no question. I mean, anytime you can win on the road, it's a plus, for sure. And we've got another one coming up, at LaSalle on Saturday. It'll be an early tip, and we've got to be ready. We've got to get back to Richmond and get ready.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, Ryan.
Thanks,
guys.
Coach.